Hey everybody, and welcome to Addingham Park. This is going to be a first look preview of a new map
if you owe less
coming to GB Modding. How is everybody doing today? Bones, Drew, Darren, Jimmy, Jonathan, David, iFlips Peoples, and, well, should I say the guest of honor, GB Modding. How is everybody doing today? Surprise midday live stream, huh? Ohio Bryce, what is up? Oh, not much, Drew. We're going to take a look at a really, I have to say, for the few minutes that I've had a chance to take a look at this map, she is a beaut. If you liked Six Ashes, then this map is probably going to be the very next thing that you want to play as soon as it is released. Planning to be released for all platforms sometime in the next little bit, I guess. What's up, Darren? Now, when we get to the real show, in about 8 minutes or so, we'll talk about the setup of the map and kind of the interesting kind of storyline that you were thrown into if you start on a new farmer mode. Oh, you're doing pretty good, Jason. Happy evening to you also. Now, for those interested, we'll be doing not so much a double feature today, but we will be back at our normal streaming time of 7:50 p.m. Eastern Time. It is 2:53 right now as a frame of reference. So we'll be back in about 5 hours with our evening live stream. I think we'll be on Susquehanna River Valley for that one. It is almost mid-spring, so we've got some hay pellets to take care of. We've got some compost to take care of. And, well, we just got to get a general feel for what else needs to be done on the farm before we get into hay season. Yeah, Thornton Farm was a mess. It never cleared Giants testing as far as I'm concerned. But we're just going to hang out here before we get too far started. This is the career start point when you start up the map. And I think it plays into the overall starting storyline, which is fairly interesting. Jason, according to GB Modding, he plans on sending it to the Giants hopefully before the end of next week. So the map still has a little bit of things to be done to it. He hopes to get it sent off before the end of next week. And then, of course, who knows what happens with respect to Giants testing. It might show up before the end of next week. It might go back and forth a bunch of times because, well, who knows what they might actually find versus allow through on other maps, right? So, not to put any sort of date, out there, but I would say probably within the next 2 weeks is probably a pretty good time frame. How is the weather been for everybody? We've had a bit of a heat wave here. The last couple days, it's been upwards to high 90s, close to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, with heat index factoring in well over 100 degrees. Well, you never know, Drew, right? Some things seem to go back and forth 7 or 8 times over what seems like little things. And then next thing you know, there's a map that shows up that's just completely broken. And somehow it just flew right on through, right? I think it's true. It's probably been hotter than that because, you know, that's only as warm as the body temperature of what pushed it out. So in essence, it's been hotter than that. There, we won't move from this spot, but we'll get a little altitude and we'll just spin around slowly. So while we're waiting for the countdown timer, we'll get a kind of a good overview of the map. There are multiple farms on the map. Animals all over the place. It's definitely a biogas plant. Fields for as far as the eye can see. Hey Eric, what's up? How are you doing today? Who is hyped for FS22? Looking at the countdown timer there, we are at 100 days and 4 hours to the release of FS Double Deuce. Jason, this map does indeed have different crops. We've got, I believe we've got carrots and onions added to the crop. We'll take a look at all that here in just a few minutes. But we load in the map here on the grounds of a hotel. So that might give you a little bit of a hint on the overall storyline. Oh, Drew, I am more than ready. Every time there is an announcement about FS22, I'm like, just give it to us already, right? Darren, I'm being from the U.S., I have absolutely no idea, but I don't know if Addingham Park is a real area or not. Ohio Bryce isn't buying into the hype, but he's already bought into the game, I see. Way to keep yourself nice and level. Well, I'll tell you, Daniel, I'm really impressed with the way Elm Creek looks. We have a re-envisioned Erlengrot coming, so we already kind of know what that map looks like. Just imagine it's going to have all the enhancements of FS22 and probably production built in. You know, I'm hoping that we have built-in production for the chocolate and cheese. And welcome back. We are here on Addingham Park by GB Modding. This is a first look, and I have to say this is literally a first look because I have maybe spent 10 minutes looking around this map up until this point. So we are going to look, explore, and discover things together. Now, here we are. We start at a hotel in town, and the premise is that you are a newcomer to farming and you have landed yourself a job at the local biogas plant. Thankfully, they've got some used equipment for you to use, and if you are successful, you'll be able to work your way up to eventually buy one of the farms that are on the map. So as far as features go, land must be purchased for animals and silos to work. The fishery gives an income when land is purchased. A fishery, interesting. Gate triggers will move with the gate. Double gate trigger on one of the... All right, we'll have to learn about that. Onions and carrots are added. Cotton and sugarcane have been removed. There are additional vehicles for the harvesting of carrots and onions under potato and sugar beet. Fuel trailer is added under animals in the store. There is a fillable pallet added under the pallets in the store. So things yet to be done on the map. Transport missions are yet to be made. Tip collisions are yet to be added to the sheds. Pedestrians will be added and parked cars will be added before the release. The plan is that hopefully GB Modding will be able to submit this to Giants in the coming week. So hopefully it will be released very, very soon. Let's get up here and take a little bit of an aerial look. But before that, this video is brought to you by E-Man Hoover. Thank you for being a farm baron. And of course, anyone interested in what maybe that might be, well, you can learn more about that with the join button down below the video. So we start out here in, I guess, Addingham Park. And then we've got a farm that is somewhat attached to the park, or to the town, and then we have a mass of fields off in the distance. So let's take a look at that PDA, because we all know that's what everybody is interested in, and it is a realistic PDA, so we are definitely talking about a real life area. So we start up here in the town at the hotel, which is also a sell point. We've got the shop just around town, and then the malt house farm is somewhat attached to the town. We have the fishery. It's going to give us some kind of idle income. Another town down here to the southwest. Bropton Farms. Crossfields Dairy, the biogas plant, which is where your first job is. So that is basically going to be where we are going to start in new farmer mode. In farm manager mode, you own nothing. So you can literally start wherever you want. There's no land owned, no equipment owned whatsoever. This map does include a seasons mask and a custom soil map. So it is fully seasons prepared and precision farming ready. The map does include additional and onions. And as the description said, you're going to find additional harvesting equipment for that stuff here under beet and potato technology. So a custom modded Panther for the harvesting of carrots and onions. And then we have carrot and onion headers for the Ropa. And then we have a modded Grimmy harvester for carrots and onions, as well as carrot and onion toppers under potato technology. Under animals, there is a modded trailer that will also take fuel. And under pallets, there is a fillable pallet that is obviously going to work. So you can fill it with potatoes, onions, carrots, or sugar beets. Some hilly fields. Well, I don't know if they're hilly. We'll take a look as we go around. I don't know about you, but I like to just do an aerial flyover of the map to get a good general overview and sense. We're also going to be flying through the rivers, and I think that also helps give you a general idea of the level of detail. It's like we might have a sawmill down below. Gives you a good level of detail, knowing how the rivers and streams have been set up. I don't know, Tim. I don't know. I haven't really said too much about that, so my guess is it probably isn't going to change from how you play now. So we're running right along the map border at this point, so we've got a really nice map border that just continues on. And Drew, indeed, the sounds are going to be awesome in FS22. I really liked that session. Why are we here in daylight? Got a farm down below. We're going to buy all the lands here in a little bit. Also to see where all the farms are and all the various farm animals. Gility, that is the plan. In fact, from what I understand, I am looking at the console version of the map as we speak. The PC version is going to be set up with multi-terrain angle. And, well, he told me something else, but I can't remember at the moment. GB Modding, hopefully, is going to be with us here momentarily. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, looks like we've got overall just kind of subtle rolling hills. Biogas plant, which is our first job, that is right there center to the screen. So once again, we're kind of coming down here towards the bottom of the map. And overall, we get a nice sense that the, well, there we are. That is the bottom of the map. We're running against the map edge. So we get a really good sense of the continuation of the map far beyond the map boundary. Derek, this is a standard size map, so it is 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers square. Since it's going to be available for all platforms. So we've got a southern town down here. Multiple sell points involved. I tell you, when I was looking at the farms earlier, they were really impressive. Look at all these details. And of course, pedestrians are still to be added. Parked cars are still to be added. I think traffic is on. I don't know if traffic's going to be expanded. But yeah, this is really nice. Really nice looking. We've got another log sell point down here, so we've got 2 sawmills so far. Now we're coming up the western side of the map. Well, the fields look big. partially because there's so little wasted space, right? So let's take a look at the lands here. Field 16 is 72 acres, 25 hectares in size. Field 15 is 50 acres, $507,000. So the reason it looks like there's so much, why the fields are so big, is because there's so little wasted space, right? So here is the unbuyable land, which is buyable for $0. So that is the two towns, the rivers, and the road network. Now, interesting enough, the out of bounds area, this might be fixed before release. The out of bounds area is $158 million, but that's beyond the playable area anyway. So it's not like you could ever buy that and use it for anything. And then we have the various farms. So we have farm up here, $456,000. Got another farm here, $213,000. A third farm, $459,000. We've got the biogas plant, which we own at the start. Jimmy Romanowski, thank you for the super chat. Oh, don't feel like you have to contribute to anything, Jimmy, but thank you very much. The biogas plant, which we own in new farmer mode, is $24,000, as well as field 35, which is $121,000. So yeah, we're going to take a look at all of this stuff during the next few hours of our first look. We have cows. There he is, the man of the hour, GB Modding. Let's all give him a big old round of applause. This map looks absolutely beautiful. Oh, we had a little camping area. Like I said, we're gonna fly through the rivers, or along the river, because in my opinion, that is one way you can really tell the amount of details that have been added, is the amount of details that you have here along the river's edge. So let's just go ahead and do that. We'll follow the river around here. This is kind of what I like to do when I look at new maps. Just gives you a general sense. You know, if the river's edge is kind of blah and bland, then usually that kind of translates to the rest of the map. Ah, check out these bridges. And then we're up here at the map boundary at this point, so we'll just flip around. Try to pick up another river. So we start at the hotel because, again, we are new in town. We don't own any land. We picked up a job at the biogas plant. Oh, Ravenhawk, what did you do? Fields are rolling hills. Nothing too extreme, nothing too extravagant. There's a river down here we'll pick up. So, if you liked Six Ashes, this is going to be, like I said earlier, probably your very next gameplay. We had a little river crossing. Oh, imagine this map where you actually had the water plane that had movement like we saw in FS22. I don't know what you did. I'll have to go back and look. really great details along the river. We've got nice tree reflections in the water. Have you all noticed sometimes you have maps that have water that doesn't have any reflectivity to it? It just makes things feel weird, right? Like, why am I looking at water and not seeing anything reflected off of it? Yeah. It doesn't like more than 5 of those, I think. So let's talk about the gameplay start here. So on new farmer mode, like I said, you're new in town. You have a job at the biogas plant. So you own the biogas plant in one field, which is grass at the start. All the equipment at the biogas plant is used. So you're going to need to deal with used equipment, maybe pay to repair it, get it back up and running operation. And once you've earned enough money through the biogas plant, then you'll be able to expand your operations and maybe buy a farm or 2 or 3. On Addingham Park, on Farm Manager or Start from Scratch, you start with nothing other than money. So you don't own the biogas plant. There is no equipment at the biogas plant for you to use. So you have a true ability to start and do pretty much whatever you want. Now, all of the farms are pre-placed, as best I can tell. We'll have to buy the land and see if there's any buildings that we can sell. The farms look like they are using some custom buildings because they have some really nice textures going on here. Nice little details. We got a stone fence. In this area, I was really liking when I was looking through here earlier. So we've got an old water wheel over here to a little bit of an industrial area by the river. And there's the map boundary. Alright, so let's go over here and let's go over here and check out the biogas plant. Again, that's where we start. So on new farmer mode, the plan is that you will start out owning a job or having a job at the biogas plant. Start out with some pretty minimalistic equipment. In new farmer mode, oh, you don't own any of this. It's at least. Oh my gosh, it's all leased. Oh, tricky. So yeah, it's used and leased. Haha. That's a fun start right there, people. That is a fun start right there. So we've got one silage bunker here at the biogas plant. And we start out by owning this field directly in front of us, which is grass. The idea is to work your way up so you can buy these other beautiful farms. Let's go ahead and let's buy some farms. Now that we own all the farms, let's take a look all around and see what we've got. It is cheeky, isn't it? So, Rompton Farmhouse. It's really admiring these textures. You know, nowadays, now that we know that we have the occlusion and the parallax, all that fun parallax stuff and occlusion calling stuff in FS22, you know, I've been paying more and more attention to the various... Are these functional greenhouses? They do not look like functional greenhouses. They're just decorative greenhouses. But I've been paying more and more attention to the various textures on the buildings. Just imagining what they might look like in FS22. If you return it, yeah, you don't get any money back, right? So there is no selling the starting equipment. You start out with the truck, and that is it. So this particular farm has chickens and cows. Oh, they should be functional. We'll go back and look at it. I didn't see any triggers there. $200 cows. So we have our cow trigger. This looks like our food trigger. Guessing this is going to be our straw. Derek, don't know anything. I doubt horseplay is going to make its way into FS22. That seems like that would be a pretty major feature that they would have announced already. We've heard that GPS is not going to be in FS22. That was during a FarmCon Q&A session. So we've got our milk and manure. Now we still don't know what the enhanced AI enhanced AI helper menu is that we saw during the gameplay preview of Farm Sim 22. There's been some speculation as to what that possibly might be. But they also seem to have alluded that all the major announcements are over. So GPS would seem to be a major announcement. And as such, I don't think it's going to show up. Now, are these buildings new? I was really admiring these buildings. Imagining this brick with the new FS22 method. Giving it some depth. So we do have our workshop trigger at this particular farm. And then our chickens. Let's go back and look at these greenhouses. Oh, we were in the trigger. Oh, okay. That's why I didn't see it. We were standing in it. There we go. Water and manure. So it's one giant trigger. That is why we didn't see it. So what do we got? We got Grain Co. Dump station for Grain Co. there. And what do we got going on over here? Possibly potato sell point, given the decorations. An indoor market. Oh my gosh, look at field 47. Look, baby field 47 is 0.6 acres, $12,000. So let's take a look at these sell points. We've got a bunch of sell points going on here. 4 sell points for the bulk of these grain crops. Lots of potato sell points, including the hotel and indoor market. Mr. Splits Firewood. That's probably where we're going to be able to sell logs. And wood chips, no doubt. No sell points for cotton. No sell point for sugarcane. We have a sell point for wool. Urban sheep clothing. We own the biogas plant, so obviously we can do our silage there. Or at the livestock barn. There we have our carrots and onions. And the livestock barn will take our pellets, should we so wish. Oh, this. Little old field 47. And then those greenhouses are also going to work. So if you own this field, you'll be able to use those greenhouses also. So Country Stores, no doubt, is going to be accepting our milk and carrots and onions, milk and eggs. Oh, and grains. Dump station for that around back. Where is that at? Don't see it. Oh. Like a blind man, you can't lead him anywhere. That's the dump station. Like a blind man. That is some expensive fuel right there. Sell points. Make our way up to another farm. Oh, this is oh, this is interesting. Nice. Nice. We've got animated cows at the livestock sales area. That is something I like to see. They'll sell point, no doubt. Ability to sell manure and slurry. Animal dealer. Oh, we got another little strip field here. Field 44. Nice details. All right, let's go look at this fishery. So, like Six Ashes, we have a fishery where we can get some idle income. This little campground. You want to go camping? Oh, this is the fishery. Okay, so this is the fishery. So edges have collision. So we have the Atcham Fishing Club. The fisheries bought for $36,000. Supposed to give you a little bit of money. Idle income. So let's get over here to the farm entrance. Usually we have signs here. Malt House Farm. And this was the farm I was looking at initially. Really was impressed with these buildings. These custom buildings. So this is a horse stable. We'll have to get a car or get our Mahindra and horse paddock. We'll get our Mahindra and check out the speed of the traffic here in a bit. So we've got our silo. Ah, the telltale glow of a workshop trigger. $300 pigs. So that horse paddock looks a lot like that base game building. Really nice retexturing job. Oh, it's just plywood over some of the windows. Here we go. 10 horses. Then we have what's this, a sheep area kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Right? Everything just flows in, looks really well. Of course, since it is developed on a real life area, sometimes real life maps are easier, or sometimes they're harder to make feel realistic. Yeah, you can really mess up a real life map and it completely feel off. So we have our wool. Looks like there. 250 sheeps. Food and water in a big old area for the sheeps to wander in. And we're going to take a look at the last farm, then we'll look and see how the food requirements are on the sheep. Yep, there we go. No doubt these trees in these fields are collision. 1,000 hours. So there you go, people. 1,000 hours developing this map. Almost feels like a shame, right? When folks take so long, so much time to develop a map, and then so many people are so quick to move on to the next thing. Cross Fields Dairy. Nice animal gate there, and oh, look at this. Look at this. What an entryway. What an entryway indeed. Nice weathered look on all the buildings. Silence bunker. RK scale modding. I don't think I understand your question. We've got the base map in Farm Sim 22. Is that what you're asking about? We know that one map is based in the Midwest of the US, and the second map is going to be a Mediterranean map. Location not quite yet revealed, but somewhere in the Mediterranean. And then, of course, we have Erlengrot as the add-on map. It came with the expansion of FS22. So we have a grain silo, slurry. Looking for where we can get our cows. Where we can get our cows. Water trough. Sprawl, nonetheless. Ah, here we go. $200 cattle in this particular area. Yes, this is a US or UK based map. It is Addingham Park, based on a real area. The map includes a check out this. That's nice. The map includes a placeable sleep trigger. So you can sell a sleep trigger that's there and put it down wherever you want. sheep. Sheep off in the middle of nowhere. Part of the farm we just looked at. So I think that is all the animal areas. So we have a sheep and dairy farm over here, and that is Crossfields Dairy. We've got a sheep area kind of off by itself, which we can buy for $27,000. Then we have Brompton Farmhouse Farm. That is chickens and cows. Then we have Malthouse Farm, which is horses and pigs. So yeah, that is all of the farms. So let's check and see. Animal dealer cows. Oh, okay, I get this. I understand now the screenshot I sent you earlier. So these are going to show up no matter what. And they've got so much food that they won't die with seasons. I get you. That's tricky right there. That's very tricky. So part of the farms, here are the animals that we can own. So this is going to show up no matter what. These are tied to the animal dealer. Remember we saw live animals at the animal dealer? These are them. And they have so much food, so much water, they will never die as a result of starvation. Malthouse Farm, corn, wheat, barley, standard stuff. So even though we have onions and carrots, it doesn't look like they have played into the animal food requirements. Excellent. Excellent. Here we go. We start out with this truck. Parked over here at a off the hotel. Guess it's a hotel parking lot. So let's go see how traffic flows. How fast is traffic? Yeah, they're moving along pretty good. So yeah, traffic's moving along at a nice clip. So we're doing 45 miles an hour, keeping up with these cars. Oh, okay. So cows take slots. Mr. Splits firewood. Ha ha! So this is one of the log sell points. We've got wood. I'm sure you do. Oh, what is this? Look at that. There's the log sell point inside. I like when you have to interact with buildings. Farm Sim Jim, welcome to the stream. We are just having a blast taking a look at a soon-to-be released map by GB Modding. Hopefully going to Giants next week. Hey, get on the wrong side of the road. The map is Seasons Prepared. It does have a custom soil map for those that want to play with precision farming. Oh, tell me about it, Farm Sim Jim. Tell me about it, right? You see these maps and you're like, man, I would love. I could I can see myself playing that. I can see myself playing this. I can see myself playing that. But I can't see myself having enough time to do any of that. Just look at this. The details on the backyards. Right? Look at this. The time that you've spent detailing backyards. Stuff that lots of folks probably would never even notice or see. Different fences. Give you that nice visual variety. And you're still going to be adding parked cars, so hopefully there'll be parked cars throughout this whole area. Well, it doesn't look like everything is a ghost town. Okay, these guys, they need to mow their grass over here. Like along this street, we've got different fences, different treatments. So we've got a brick around the front. Then we have different brick, different fences between the yards. We've got a trimmed, oh, these people, look at that. We've got a trimmed shrubbery around the front, goal post in the back. And then we get over here and it's like, come on, people. Trim your bushes, why don't you? Really cool. There we go. Different textures on all the grounds here. It's really nice. Amazing work. Hey, who put the tires up on the roof? Who chucked the tires up on the roof? Big old manor house. Urban sheep. Here we have our wool sell point. Really nice on the roof. Look at that. Imagine what this roof would look like in FS22 with the parallax occlusion treatment. Oh, look at that. We got a pedestrian bridge. We've got this bridge. So pedestrians are still yet to be added. So hopefully we'll have pedestrians walking over that bridge. That would be cool. Or get her done already. I want to play. So we got traffic moving at a nice clip. Nice map boundary. The map has a feeling of continuing on. The fishery to give you some idle income. Animated cows over at the animal dealer. Yeah, the animal dealer. So how do you sell these cows then? Or maybe can you not do it on the PC? Well, I'm on the console version. Do you have to do it from here? There we go. Oh, okay. So if you wanted to sell your cat, okay. So we sold the cows now. So they don't exist anymore. And apparently that that aids in slot count. Look at this. So that is a retextured building. That's on Ravenport. That's that red cow barn on Ravenport, right? Can I buy them back? Can I buy cows for the? Ah, nice. Ah ha ha. It didn't work. So look at that. I've just swapped out cows at the animal dealer. Hey! Oh, you can't blame me for driving on the wrong side of the road all the time. What? Oh, how did I get over there? Oh, you sneaky, sneaky map maker. That's outside the map boundary. I can't get over there. We'll have to see what's all involved for, right? Lots of people are kind of guessing what's going to be involved in converting a map from 19 to 22. From what it sounds like, at least based on one of the FarmCon videos, it didn't look like it was going to be that. Well, they mentioned that the XML wasn't that different between the two game versions. So there's that. So hopefully mods will be able to be converted over fairly well. But then we have things like all of the new features related to the occlusion culling, the parallax occlusion mapping, and all the other stuff related to DirectX 12 that are definitely going to affect maps and potentially mods. One of my concerns is that maybe we see maps that do take advantage of some of these new graphical enhancements, and maybe we see maps that don't take advantage of some of these new graphical enhancements. And I'm really worried that the maps that don't take advantage of such things will really visually be obvious. Sunrise Bakery. Hey, we got a bakery already. That is a sell point. So we've got fairly big fields and really interesting sell points coming through town here. So not so conducive to really large trailers. Right? A bit more conducive to smaller stuff. Backing in. There's that little field and the greenhouses that are functional. So yeah, I guess GB Modding is going to have to think about and figure out what's all involved in bringing something from 19 to 22 and what does he want to bring forward and what does he want to create all new. There's obviously a fair bit of nostalgia in bringing things forward, but then there are times where I think things maybe are best not brought forward. Some days things aren't maybe the best to be brought forward. Here we are, running right along the map edge again. I don't know if there's any floaters yet. I did see what I thought was a floating hose at one of the maintenance areas, but I didn't point it out. I want to be nice. Are there any special treats that we will see with respect to seasons? Any seasonal elements? Special elements that'll pop up? Here's a nice big area for you to place something down if you wanted to. No real specific areas for you to build your own farm out. And now that we own all the land, yeah, all of the farm buildings are preset. So I know some people won't like that. You saw me pause on it, huh? Like, Where's the water trigger here? Oh, it's over here. Oh, we have a little water feature. Now, that's the milk. Where's my milk machine? Oh, it's hidden. And then this farm has working greenhouses right there. That would be a thing, wouldn't it? There you go. That would be an interesting mod. So the post office. What do you sell at the post office? Do you bring them stamps? This is Mrs. Holland's village shop. I bet you eggs, milk, potatoes, Carrots and onions. Speaking of carrots and onions, do we have any carrots and onions on the map yet? No. I want to see what these carrots and onions look like. Who wants to see what carrots and onion look like? We're in 34. Now we're at 36. 36. Onions. Do it. First growth stage. Second growth stage. Third growth stage. Ready to harvest. Okay. Carrots. Oh, they look like potatoes. There we go. There we go. There we are. So we have ready to harvest carrots. Now, as far as planting carrots, we know we have harvesting equipment. How do we plant this stuff? How do we plant this stuff? So our seeder will do onions. Our planters will do carrots. What about eggs? That'd be an interesting question, Thor. The sell points open and close. Ah, look at this countryside, though. Fairly large fields, again, because there's so little wasted space. So little wasted space. Back here to our animal dealer. Whoa! Get on the right side of the road. Now I have to figure out how to get over to the right. You have to run all the way back up here to town. Make the map feel bigger because if you have to double back. Looks like it. Can we go this way? So this is how we get down to that other farm, which is right there. We're gonna be reported. We can't cut through someone's yard. Right? Oh, look at that. So, to get here. So how we get to the sheep area? We've been here. We missed how to get to the biogas. Oh! I had thought the road ended here. The road went on. Alright, let's try to get to that sheep area. This is how you don't get lost. When the map does get released, you won't get lost because, well, you've already seen me get lost. Yeah, here we are. Here's that sheep area. So maybe it's kind of attached, not really attached to that other oh yeah, there's a river crossing up here. Saw that earlier, so let's go through the river crossing. I'll tell you what I want to see. I want to see in FS22, you know, when you actually get in the water, it actually divert around you. Nice scenic view running along the river here. Phil, what is up? Yeah, these little fields. These little fields are so funny. Right next to these bigger fields. Nice mix of arable crop and grass through here. So if you're joining the stream late on new farmer mode, there's the biogas plant over there to our left. So if you're joining it late on new farmer mode, the premise is that you've got a job at the local biogas plant. And as such, there's used equipment at the biogas plant for you to make use of. But there's a catch. There's a pretty big catch. That is, oh, this is really nice getting back into here to the biogas. The catch is that the equipment at the biogas plant is leased. So it's going to cost you to use it. And you only start with 100K, so you can't even return it and buy buy your own equipment because you're not going to get any money for what you're returning. So you kind of have a a tough go of it at the start with respect to using this leased equipment. So our digester there. Our silage bunker. Then we run up on the river. I don't know why this doesn't feel like it's a road. Maybe this is one of those UK walking paths. I don't know, it still feels weird. Just seems weird that you would have a public just freely walking through your property all the time. So, yeah, this is an interesting way to get over here to this third farm, which has the sheep way off by itself. And then that road takes you up to lots of different ways around. And some of these ways around are really not so obviously marked. More grass field here to our left. Anything to the right is out of bounds. This is going to take us up to this big field. So let's get to doing a little farming. Let's get back to the biogas plant and see about putting some silage in the bunker. Don't mind me, Mr. Cow. I'm just driving through. Go, full throttle. Steven, what is up? Let's do it. So yeah, this is where we were. And I thought the road ended. Nice white picket fence. And this is the little road that we take to get back here to the biogas. So yeah, I really like this concept of, you know, kind of even on new farmer mode, you're scrapping at the start, trying to make your way a go of it. And as you get more and more profitable, then you can you know, sell more and more stuff off and start buying your own and owning your own stuff. But at the outset, you are leasing all of your equipment. Oh, I'm gonna just run along the road. 106 hours. We're low on fuel. Things need to be maintained. So we own Field 35 and the biogas plant at the start. In Farm Manager or Start from Scratch, you own nothing. So there's no equipment, no land. All the farms are pre-built as they exist, but you can, decide where you start at that point. That's right, rusty lungs. Make you work for it. And since all of this is leased, you can't just sell the starting equipment and then have a nice little bankroll to get going with it. If you return the equipment, then you are, well, you're in the same boat you were when you started. You just don't have any equipment now. So yeah, you keep everything leased until maybe you get your first load of silage sold off, and then you try to whittle down what is leased. Well, Rob, what are you eating for lunch? Is it any good? Are you going to share? Old school gamer. Glad you're looking forward to it, right? Rejuvenate the passion for FS19 for a little bit, because after all, we do have 100 days and 2 hours and 40 minutes until the release of FS Double Deuce. Chili! How do you make your chili? What's in it? I've got a super simple chili recipe. Oh, that does not sound fun at all, Rob. Like these gates. These gates look really nice. Hedges have collisions, so some people will like that. Some people will obviously not like that. The world is very polarized. Oh, okay. My super simple chili recipe is a pound of burger, thawed, 80-20 or better, tossed in a crock pot raw, 2 large cans of whole peeled tomatoes, tossed in the same crock pot, a large can of kidney beans, tossed in the crock pot. None of this is drained, by the way. Then garlic to taste, pack of McCormick chili seasoning to get started, and then I use a very, very tried and true measuring technique of taking chili powder and covering the entire top of the crock pot with chili powder That's how I measure it out. Is it covering the top? Yes. Then it's the right amount. And then you put that on low for about 12 hours and just let it cook. Periodically stirring it up, letting the break up the tomatoes. As it gets toward the end, then season to taste with more chili powder, black pepper, whatever else. Old school gamer, well, I guess the point is to give the visual look, but not the impedance of it blocking your way, right? It's just like, why do you have crop damage or not crop damage? Some people want it, some people don't. Johnny V, welcome to the stream. Just checking out the new Addingham Park soon to be released map by GB Modding. He was gracious enough to send it my way overnight. Got up this morning, saw the nice little gift and said, well, thank you very much. I would take great pleasure in taking a look at this map and giving it a little publicity before release. So once again, much appreciated, GB Modding. Thank you for this opportunity. Ground venison, tomato paste, 2 cans of beans, 2 packets of chili seasoning, diced onions. Oh yeah, I put an onion. Sorry, I diced an onion up. Diced green peppers, jalapenos, garlic, sea salt and pepper. Well, Johnny V, I guess Australian grass is less hardy. It's more prone to weed infestation. You'd think the biogas plant would have a better mowing setup, huh? And since it's leased at the start, you can't change the configuration. You can't add GPS to it. It's obviously base game, so it does have 3-point on the front, but yeah, you have what you have, and that's what you have until you don't have it. Wow, this field is, let's see, how big is it? How big is she? 12 acres of grass, 3.7 hectares. There's your custom soil map. Although that looks an awful lot like the generic soil map. Well, I'm sure there are. It just adds to the agony of having this all leased, right? It's going to probably take you an hour to mow the grass. So that's an hour on the tractor, an hour on the mower. And then you've got the time to windrow it. And then you have the time to pick it up with the forage wagon. And then you've got to compact it. And then you can finally reap the rewards of selling it one bucket at a time with the telehandler. So you better be willing to really put the time in. Oh yeah, GB Money. This is all, obviously everything you see here is still subject to change based on the whims of the map author, right? So GB Modding can change anything he wants at any point in time. Although there's been a nasty trend as of late in the mod hub with people claiming precision farming support or season support, but not actually having the XML references to point to the soil maps or seasons masks that are actually in the files. Southwest chicken chili. Pound and a half of chicken breast. This is Farm Sim Cook-Off. 3 14-ounce cans of diced tomatoes. 2 cups of salsa. 14.5 ounces of corn. That's where your Southwest comes from. 2 14.5 ounces of black beans. There's your Southwest. Drained and rinsed. A package of ranch seasoning. Interesting. And taco seasoning. Interesting. So it's like chicken taco soup. Chicken taco soup. Where did I get what scanner? You mean PA Uncover All? That's a console command. Or are you talking about the Kloss scanner? So the Kloss scanner is, yeah, over at the Mod Hub. Yeah. GoldenEye had it. It's available over at the Giants Mod Hub. Genetic J for the win. What a super helpful set of moderators we have here. I'd make Johnny V a moderator, but he might go crazy and just kick everybody. Now, will this map have a custom geo built in or a geo as an option? Also in the mod hub? What would be the suggested geo for the map? I do know that there's a fair bit of UK-based geos already out there. Mervyn Knotts, welcome to the stream. Where'd everybody go? Oh, I'm doing mighty fine. I'm doing mighty fine. We spent the first half of the stream showing the map off, talking about the map and the map features, and then I thought, you know what? Let's get to doing a little farming. So we're mowing the field that we own at the start, because at the start we only own a biogas plant and a pickup truck. Everything we have at the biogas plant is leased. Tricky map author. Wes, well, it depends on which server you're talking about. So the Discord does run some community-based multiplayer servers. Anybody in the Discord is free to join those and participate. And then there are some closed multiplayer servers on the Discord. For example, Susquehanna River Valley is closed to participants as it's pretty much full up on farms. Ravenhawk did get to join as of late because I was looking for someone to help out around the farm when I was preoccupied and couldn't get on. But there are plenty of other gaming opportunities for sure. The Nebraska land server is kind of by request. It's not so much open to the public because it's not running all the time. Oh no, it doesn't work, Wes, because we're on PC and FarmSim doesn't have crossplay. So the way I understand it is PS4 players can play with other PS4 and PS5 players. Xbox players are able to play with Xbox players and PC with PC. Back to work, back to the grind. Get that database up and running. David Gillespie, how you doing today? We're going to be back on Susquehanna River Valley tonight, in fact. So that's going to be in Well, it's 4:30 my time. That's going to be at 7:50 p.m. So in about 3 hours and 10 minutes, we're going to be back on Susquehanna River Valley. It is the last day of early spring. We might be streaming on that server tomorrow also, because the grass might be ready to cut, and well, we don't need silage. We don't really need hay, but we're going to see if maybe we can get some hay cut, get a stockpile of hay, because we're making pretty good money with hay pellets. We're going to try to make up some hay pellets tomorrow or tonight on stream. Get rid of our compost, make some more money, because Coulier Farms and Scooter's Workbench, I was on there this morning, they have multi-million-dollar farms now. They got like $2 million in the bank each. They have been rocking it, making a fortune on corn syrup. They are the corn syrup barons. Ah, Margarita. Take me to Margaritaville. Or just give me a cheeseburger and I'll be in paradise. We've got a good amount of manure also, so yeah. We've got compost to run, manure to run, pellets to make. We got milk to haul, maybe. Like I said, tomorrow will be mid-spring. Grass will hopefully be at 2/3 growth. So I want to go ahead and cut it, assuming we have decent drying weather. And if we do it right, we can get maybe 3 cuts of grass. We'll see if Dieselhead needs any help on his farm. Darren, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for that gift the other day. It looks interesting. Look forward to trying it out. Oh, shoot. What mowers do you all use? I'm curious. I kind of like the side mower. I usually pair the side mower with a front mower too. And that usually gets you around 7 meters of working width. So the front mower and a side mower are kind of my cheap mowing options. And then I work up to the butterfly mower. I have to say, a mower that I have used very, very little is the actual Big M. I have used this very little in FS19. It's just so darn expensive, and I don't know, maybe I'm a little depressed that the Big M that we had as a mod in FS17 never came to 19. Now the the Vicon. The Vicon butterfly mower and front mower. That is the creme de creme of mower setups, because you can windrow right out the back. It has basically the widest working width of like 10.2 meters. Rob likes to go triple mowers up front with a windrower in the back. So that's set up, right? That's 8.4 meters. So it's 60, right? $61,000 for that. At 8.4 meters, and then you got to add the windrower, right? Probably this one of these two. So that's 61, 84,000 for that setup. New Holland, the Swather. Now, creme de creme mowers right here. 10.2 meter working width. And then slap, yeah, there it is. Yeah, 75. Oops. This one. There you go. 75 grand as configured, and that will windrow. And then add another 21, so that's 75, 90. So it is a more expensive than the front mowers and the windrower, with about 2 meter working with difference. That's why I like to see more swathers, self-propelled mowers that don't have the big JD on them. Sad the Massey Ferguson Classic Pack didn't make its way back from FS17. It had a nice self-propelled swather. Although there was an interesting mower that came out in the Mod Hub this week. We'll see that in next week video of Griffin Island. It uses a grain header as the mower, so it has a really nice wide working width. Spearhead 730. Oh, okay. Lots of mods. We have been blessed so much with mods for FS19. So many more mods for FS19 than were for FS17. Especially for consoles. Console folks have a gluttony of mods for FS19 compared to what they had in 17. And quite frankly, I think it's only going to be even more mods for FS22 now that production's built in. All of those production mods that PC only has are now going to be possible for everybody. Oh, I don't know what mods you're talking about there. Classified ads? What? It change every hour? Like, what's the nickel saver? Well, Phil, I mean, whoever's working on it needs to probably get it moving, right? We're down to 3 months and 10 days. So what's classifieds do? Is it like a contract system, or is it like buying used stuff? Or is that whole thing like, I would like to buy X amount, I'd like to buy 12 hay bales, I'll offer you this much money. Ah, the old school sickle bar mower. Oh, okay, so it's like door sales for used stuff. And unlike the used equipment mod now, where you can just say, I would like to buy that used, please. Okay. Yeah, I can't keep up with half of this stuff because one, I don't troll Facebook. Two, I refuse to install Facebook on my phone or have any link to it on my phone. So yeah, I go to Facebook maybe once a week for like 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, see, this time of year is my busy time at work. Children are coming back to school. Busy time. And then yesterday evening I had We had those 2 map videos I had to get done. And then I wanted to jump over and do my iRacing bit. So I try to reserve Friday evenings for iRacing. And I was able to get a couple races in last night. Got a couple races in this morning and got a video edited up. So another video for the iRacing Formula V series. Johnny V should get into the iRacing Formula V. It's in his name after all. So I've got that all ready. Uploaded that right before the stream. So that'll be coming out tomorrow at noon time. Some good mid-pack racing in that stream, in that video. Almost done all this mowing. See, I didn't know anything about those cars until the iRacing thing came out. Whoa. Yeah, I really do like this start on this map. The whole premise of the start is, once again, you are a newcomer to farming. And the guy that runs the BGA has been nice enough to hire you on to operate the local biogas plant. So you own the biogas plant at the start. You own field 35 at the start. And, well, you have access to some leased equipment at the start. And basically you're told, make a go of it. And as you make a go of it, as you hopefully make more money than you spend on leasing costs, you'll slowly build up that bank account. And you'll be able to then buy into one of the area farms. There are 3 farms on the map. And as you buy into an area farm, you'll obviously be able to expand your operations, replace the leased equipment with owned equipment to save on operating expenses, and slowly make your way up until you are the king of farming here on Addingham Park. So if you're someone that always likes to sell off the starting equipment, if you don't realize it's leased, you're going to have a very interesting realization that returning the leased equipment isn't going to help you with your bank account. And in fact, you're going to be even worse off because now you don't have any money to buy anything. So, September to December, huh? See, that could be shipping, right? Well, yeah, with it being leased equipment, you can't get GPS because you can't reconfigure anything. Ah, building stuff, huh? Well, I guess maybe everyone's trying to get stuff built before the weather turns bad, depending on where you're at. I mean, I guess this row's kind of straight. So, how many of you all are watching the Griffin, Indiana 3-day seasons that we're doing? That's kind of interesting. Say I did learn a little bit of a lesson in 3-day seasons gameplay after I had to lease a bunch of stuff. I would lease it, I would return it, and then a day or two later I'd need it again and have to lease it again. Pretty much I've realized that, yeah, it's 3-day seasons. Things happen fast, and it would be more cost effective to keep it. Because unlike a longer lease or season duration, there aren't that many days, so paying the daily fee isn't that big of a deal. Well, I would want my kitchen and bathroom done before I had to host Christmas dinner also, right? Oh, no one wants to hear about a leaking roof. Right? No one wants to hear about that. Just go outside and do your business in the pool of blue water. I had the kids dig a latrine for all the guests. It's down by the tree line. They say, I don't know, honey. I don't know why no one wants to come back after coming to one of our parties. It's like, do you realize how long it takes to do things? Some of the stuff I can't just whip out, right? FS Fan 73 is doing some math, are you? So, I take it, are you on the West Coast? Are you in Mountain Time, FS Fan? So that countdown timer is based on November 22nd, midnight CET, Central European Time. And historically, Giants has released things on midnight, their time, CET. So November 22nd. midnight. That's when that should be. So depending on where you are physically, then your time is going to be different, obviously. So for me on the East Coast, I am about 6 hours behind CET. So when it is November 22nd midnight, it is November 21st at 6 p.m. for me. So depending on when and where you are with respect to Central European time is when you probably can expect it to release on the Giants website. Now, depending on what platform you have purchased it on, if you've purchased it from Steam, if you've purchased it from Epic, if you've purchased it from Xbox or Sony's Play Store, then release times are going to be subject to those platforms. But if you purchased it from Giants website, then you should be able to download it on midnight, November 22nd, CET, which should be, you know, depending on where you are, different than midnight, November 22nd. Well, Genetic J, there's plenty of time, right? Plenty of time for you to figure that out. Plenty of time to figure it out. And, you know, for some people, the pre-order bonus isn't all that special anyway. So, depending on who you are, you may or may not feel that you're missing out on much with the saddle track pack. That's what I wanted. So in the UK, that's probably what, like November 21st, 11 p.m., 10 p.m. or something. So a little bit before midnight. So our appliances, are they like in short supply too? I know all kinds of stuff that we're ordering are in short supply. People are like, well, I need this for this, I need this building done, or I need this project done before XYZ, and it's like, well, that's nice. But the thing I need to order doesn't exist physically anywhere in the world. It's like if you go to a car dealer and say, I have to buy a new car today, I need these configurations, they'll probably look at you and laugh. Say, did you see our lot when you pulled in? So yeah, so that's going to be in spring of FS22. That's when they said the FarmSim 22 version of PF was going to come out. Time does not exist. Indiana doesn't observe daylight savings time, right? I don't observe your time changes. It is daylight when I say it's daylight. Five-month wait on bricks. Wow. David, what is up? You're up awful early on a Sunday morning. Yeah. Get spoiled with all that big stuff, huh? Oh, FS Fan, did you see the 2 maps that came out yesterday? I got those videos up last night. Well, I guess Valley View was one of those, right? Yeah, Valley View was one of those. I'm more partial to Fechtelberg over Valley View myself. Well, around here, it's interesting. The your canned sodas go on sale a lot over the summer, but once summer is officially over, it's like canned sodas are rarely on sale again until next spring. All right, GB Money, thanks for dropping by. We're just about done. I was just going to windrow a little bit. I think we might plan on doing this again tomorrow afternoon. Show the map off some more. Work some more on this field. Maybe try to put some product in the bunker. Make sure the bunker works nice and good for everybody. Dwayne, what is up? Welcome to the stream, although we're just about done for the day, but go back and watch the first part of the video. Of course, that's where we take a look at the map, talk about the map, and everything. So the plan is going to be that we're going to be back in about just under 3 hours over on Susquehanna River Valley streaming tonight. So if you're free, come on out and hang out with us. We might be back here tomorrow afternoon doing some more gameplay on Addingham Park. This map is currently pre-release. It will be available over at the Giants Mod Hub hopefully within the next week or so. Really just depends on Giants testing. And until next time, happy farming.